Canadian real estate investor Isaiah is doing some amazing things. Folks, I want to call your attention to one of the portfolio reviews I'm doing. It was posted yesterday evening, and I just want to give a little taste of what you will uncover in that portfolio review. First and foremost, Isaiah is building a one rental at a time portfolio of houses, duplexes, and triplexes. He is doing this in the country of Canada, where he does not have the luxury of 30-year fixed rate debt. We talk about that. He talks about, for a minute, being an entrepreneur, because that's what social media says is cool. Isaiah shared with me that, and you, frankly, that was ultra stressful. Yes, he made some money, but life was not good. He went ahead and got a W-2, and life is far more peaceful. Again, in that video, Isaiah had lots of great questions. What should I do? Should I go bigger? Should I do this? Should I do that? Isaiah even went as far as to share a spreadsheet of actual numbers. Isaiah broke down each of his properties and talked about the different expenses, the different surprises, and of course, what his net cash flow is. These are the kinds of things that I thoroughly enjoy doing. Isaiah brought the facts. He also brought a ton of questions. Do me a favor, take a look at that video. Again, it was released yesterday. The title of the video is Canadian Investor Reveals His Strategy. I wanted you to see this because this is one rental at a time today. This is one rental at a time in, frankly, a country with more expensive real estate than the United States. Isaiah shares with you that in his backyard, there is no deals. Isaiah talked about how he found a market where cash flow existed. I believe everything that Isaiah shared in that video is absolutely 100% repeatable in the United States. It is not easy. It's not everywhere, but it is possible. Again, I do want to shout out all of you that are reaching out to do portfolio reviews. I think we're up to 9, maybe 10. I've got a few more scheduled this week and over the weekend, but hopefully we get to 100. And again, if you are part of my school community, you obviously get top priority. Some of you inside school are saying, Michael, I'm willing to share my story, but only with school, not YouTube. And of course, that is completely okay. I am all about creating unique content for school. But if you want to share with the world, I would greatly appreciate it, because we do need to help everyone understand that one rental at a time is the best way to build long-term wealth. So do me a favor, check out that video, show some love. Isaiah is inside school. So if you're a school member, you can go ahead and reach out to him and we will get that going. So let's get to the news at hand. ISM manufacturing yesterday came in at 52.4, beating expectation. Again, what that number is not relevant. What is relevant is it's above 50. 50 is the line of demarcation for shrinking or growing. What's more important, this is the second month in a row that number has been above 50. I think we had spent 11 months below 50. So at this point, we have a meager 2-point trend of manufacturing growing. Bernie Sanders doesn't want to be left out in the cold. Bernie Sanders is suggesting a 5% yearly tax on billionaires. Bernie Sanders says a 5% tax on billionaires would produce trillions and trillions of dollars. This would pay for $3,000 cash payments to anybody that earns less than $150K. Folks, if you work minimum wage, Bernie Sanders wants to send you $3,000. Minimum salary for all public school teachers will be $60,000. And he wants to expand Medicare to cover dental, vision, and hearing. Again, Bernie Sanders wants to tackle a brand new tax code of taxing wealth, not income. I believe this strategy is likely going to fail at the Supreme Court. It is pretty clearly written that you can't tax wealth. That is basically confiscating property. And that is no bueno. in the United States. You need to tax income. You can raise taxes. You can go after capital gains, but confiscating assets, that is not a good thing. That is not allowed under our current rules. But boy, you want to go after billionaires. You don't want to do it in California. You want to do it in the entire United States, and you want to make it a yearly thing. That is interesting. Trueflation, starting to highlight deflation. Folks, again, remember we have inflation, we have disinflation, and we have deflation. Trueflation is highlighting deflation, meaning falling prices in housing, utilities, transportation, and yes, even some food categories. Remember what we learned from PPI, though. Inflation is being very perky, not in goods, but in services. And service inflation could send inflation up, even with goods inflation down. We are a 65% consumer-based economy. So again, this is a problem. Heard a wild stat about California real estate. This one's pretty wild, folks. Apparently, 18%, let's just call it 1 in 5, which would be 20%. So just between friends, we'll round up to 1 in 5. 1 in 5 of all California transactions have been through inheritance. What does that mean? Why would that happen? Well, folks, I think it is pretty obvious that Prop 13 is really allowing boomers to stay in their home. They're not being forced to move, and they are, frankly, going out feet first, as opposed to selling and moving somewhere else. That is what I think is one of the ramifications of Prop 13. I do want to highlight another amazing school accountability group. It's starting tonight at 5 p.m. This one's being led by Trisha. Trisha, thank you for reaching out. Trisha is doing lots of work around AI in real estate. And she would like others in the community of school who are using AI or interested in AI or have questions about AI to go ahead and join that accountability call. It is tonight. It is Tuesdays at 5 p.m. It is now on the calendar. You'll see a link for a Google Meetup. And again, how to use AI. Trisha is using it for her portfolio. Again, join the first call about using AI in real estate tonight inside school, 5 p.m. I think that marks the 12th accountability group we have. So Trisha, thank you for doing that. Very, very cool. Oh, I saw a post from Brandon Turner. Brandon Turner said that there are 5 steps to earn financial freedom. Obviously, Brandon Turner from Bigger Pockets fame, well known in the real estate industry. Here are his 5 steps. I thought I'd write them down to see if I agree or disagree. Number 1, according to Brandon Turner, is quite simple. You need to decide. Most people dabble. According to Brandon Turner, step 1 of this is you've got to be committed. You got to be on it. So again, step 1 to Brandon is decide. I'll agree. I do think there's lots of folks that are interested, but maybe not committed. So I will agree with that. Number 2, you need to establish a criteria and go all in on that. Now, Brandon goes into further detail, basically picking asset type, location, yada, yada, yada. What does that mean, folks? In very simple language, in Mike Zuber language, in one rental at a time language, that is get a buy box. Get a buy box, go all in, ignore everything else. So clearly, I agree with number 2. Number 3, analyze deals consistently. Folks, this is paramount. I can't agree more. You set up your buy box. You set the criteria. You look every day. You run the numbers. The whole goal of the first 90 to 3 to 6 months is to learn average. Only after you learn average can you write offers. Don't get it twisted. Don't be in a rush. Until you can articulate what an average deal is in your buy box, do not buy anything. So I will agree. Number 3. Number 4, this one feels a little self-serving to me, but hey, it's on the list. We'll talk about it. Number 4, use other people's money. I get it. I don't like it. I certainly don't approve it. I don't bless it. I think this number 4 really reaches out to people who have no money. And that is a lot of people. That's not something I'm comfortable with. I think using other people's money before you have a track record is a recipe for disaster, both for you and them. So again, I have agreed with 1, 2, and 3. Frankly, not a fan of number 4, but I will say I get it. I will also admit to using millions and millions of dollars of other people's money. So I'm kind of a hypocrite if I didn't acknowledge that. And then number 5, stick with it. Don't get distracted. I will absolutely agree with this one. Again, I think a superpower of mine was able to look at a very small buy box every day for 3 years, which is roughly 1,000 days. Again, that is both a strength and a weakness as I look back now. But yes, you have to stick with it. Again, don't forget about Isaiah, that Canadian investor, leveraged a W-2, found his buy box, he stayed loyal. He now is producing $22,000 in gross rent with a 40% net, or about $9,000. And again, Isaiah had lots of great questions. Check out that interview. Mike Simons talked about latest on housing. Now that the winter storms are past, says pending home sales jumped 6.6%. That's going to be news to the real estate industry. Obviously, January was extremely weak. We don't yet have February numbers, but my guess is not great. But again, last week, pendings up 6.6%. Active inventory actually fell 1%, which is interesting. Again, we're heading into the spring selling season and inventory is down. Pending price is up 2.3% year on year, but median asking price is down 1.1%. According to Mike, the real question is, will lower interest rates spur demand? We shall see in the next several weeks. Let's talk about the markets. I don't know if you've seen the markets, but they are red today. They are bloody. This is really fallout from Iran and the understanding that this won't be a quick 1, 2, 3 day thing. This will likely go on for weeks. Oil is spiking again. 10-year note popped at the morning, but I do see it settling down. Mortgage rates are up. Mortgage rates went all the way up to 6.12. Again, the rush to safety did not occur in treasuries. What does that mean? Where are they going? My guess is the commodities, gold, silver, things of that nature. Reuters saying that the Strait of Hormuz, if closed, is going to be a problem. Apparently 1/3 of all seaborne oil goes through that. About 14 million barrels a day. That is a lot. We did get some earnings that we will round out as we close out this daily financial news. Norwegian Cruise Line gave a very weak forecast for 2026. They're saying it's execution missteps, not demand collapse. Frankly, sounds like an excuse to me. Plug Power beat revenue but missed on earnings. ADT missed on revenue, beat on earnings. They did buy an AI-enabled Wi-Fi sensing company for $170 million. Again, lots of AI investment going on out there. Target missed on revenue, beat on earnings. The sales slump continues. As people have said, go woke, go broke. And then finally, Best Buy missed on revenue, beat on earnings. Holiday sales disappoint. Again, folks, a lot of stuff going on in the daily financial news. I hope all is well. One more time, do me a favor, check out Isaiah's interview. These are the kind of portfolio reviews I look forward to doing all year. If you want to do one, you can reach out to me in school. Just direct message me. If you're not in school, but why you need to be. We've got nearly 600, or over 600 people building wealth. Might as well join. But you can DM me on IG, Instagram, or X. And we will get something scheduled. And then finally, Russ, congratulations for getting your next deal. Your card will go out in the mail shortly. It's already stamped, so it'll probably go in the mail today. All right, folks, don't forget to check out Steadily. They are the sponsors of the Daily Financial News. They personally saved Olivia and I over $20,000 last year. And lots of people are giving them a shot. Sometimes they help, sometimes they don't. But yes, give them a shot. Link in the description. And of course, join school. all the accountability groups, active forums. We are building something special. And I hope to talk to you soon. See you tomorrow, 7:30. We'll be live. Bye.